Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode, well, looks like we have a couple locations here. I don't really want to deal with them, though. Oh, man. Should we deal with them? Feels like such a waste. Let's go. Let's just try to get them out of the way. Exit ship. Hopefully this won't take too long. Where are they? Oop. I'm so used to Helldiver's controls. Alright, let's go. Let's get a move on. That might be one thing that Helldivers doesn't do as well as this game. I think all the planets have the same gravity. Oh, that's right. Tab is minimap in Helldivers. Doing that. Wow, it's such a good game. Well, it's pretty buggy, but it is a lot of fun. But yeah, like, initially, a lot of times, you know, I feel like this is true of a lot of games, actually. Like, at first, there's like, when you're not taking it too seriously, there's like a goofiness factor, where it's like, oh no, I got hit across the map. Oh, isn't that funny? Look at me, ragdoll. And, but then as you play it, and you start to get a little bit more serious about it, it's like, come on, you know?
I've been here from the beginning. The outpost has come a long way since then.
I'd like to talk to you.
Hi there, traveler. Could you spare a moment?
Sure.
We're worried about the gas rising from the vents nearby. We want to make sure it's safe.
It's not.
We have data collection sensors that need to be placed near those vents. Would you be able to help us with that?
Yeah. Gimme. Gimme.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you kindly.
Let's get it done. Come on. Okay. Looks like a couple of them are already positioned. Is this like a... Okay. Vapor analysis. Here we go. Nope. This. There. Go. Yeah, another thing that's kind of annoying about this game is that the scrolling doesn't work on all of the windows. It's kind of weird. Like if you're hovering over something, it doesn't let you scroll anymore, which is like kind of goofy. This two. Another thing is we need to start getting some environmental damage. There we go. Environmental damage will allow us to unlock some other abilities that we can. Nice. What the heck? Why are you saying here? Can we do that? I'm pretty sure we already did all of these. Why didn't that work? That was weird. Alright. Let's move it along. Maybe we'll pop inside really quick and just see if there's anything going on. It is a little bit different than other kind of similar outposts that I've seen. in that Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this base up here before. We've run into a bunch of bases where there's this, like, open area like this. But I don't think I've ever seen one like this before. So let's just take a peek around. See if there's anything unusual. Doesn't really seem all that unusual. There's a lot of pillows up here, or whatever these sacks are. I thought somebody was making a pillow fort. Oh, hello.
If you were hoping to join us, you're out of luck. We're at full capacity right now.
You're out of luck. You want me to join, you just don't know it yet. What the heck?
Thanks for everything. Feel free to visit anytime. Here, take this. For your trouble. It's the best I can do. Stay safe out there.
Alright, no problem. What happened with this table? That was weird. Hello. We'll take that ammo. And there's not really anything here.
You should say hello to the kids. Some of them have never seen an outsider.
Alright, I'll say hello to them. Are they in here? Wait, where's the entrance? Oh, here it is.
Someday,
Hello, kid.
I'm gonna be the toughest pirate in the whole galaxy. My mom helped build our outpost. Isn't that cool?
No.
We're improving our hab modules right now. If it all goes well, I'll finally get my own room.
Alright. Nothing too stellar looking here. Yeah, it's a little bland. Let's get out of here. We'll head down to the lower area, take a peek around there. I don't expect anything to be all that exciting down here. That's also why I'm kind of going through it pretty quickly here. Although they must have added stuff, because I've never seen crates like this before either. That must be new. There has been a few patches lately. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, there's really nothing. Nothing. Well, there's a guy here. Are you here
I
before?
carry most of the same goods as Jameson Mercantile, and I won't overcharge you for them.
Okay, so this is the provisioner. I don't think we care. We're traveling pretty light anyway, so let's just get out of here. I didn't look at these in, like parts in the inner ring, so we'll just quickly. I mean, that doesn't even look like there's any openings. They're like shipping containers that aren't. Oh, I did go in that one. Yeah, actually, I did go in that one too. So it might be this one I didn't go into. Yeah, it's sealed. All right, let's get out of here. So that is one more place, the civilian outpost. Let's just get the science outpost out of the way, and then we'll consider McGrath surveyed completely. Not only all the natural...
No organics here. Valuable minerals, perhaps.
So we spawn directly in the base. That's kind of cool.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm glad someone came along. We could really use your help.
Yeah.
A band of spacers won't leave us alone.
Oh, no.
They'll take anything they can get their hands on. They're busy looting, someplace not far from here. Can you help us?
No.
I see. I hope you'll reconsider.
Nope. Yeah, those missions just take too long. I don't mind doing a little bit of vapor analysis, but it's like, yeah, those other missions take too long. So anyway, here's what I was thinking we could do. I think that we can head on back to Neon and return to the Vina at the Ryusian Tower, and that might be good to try to complete that quest line. Okay, so that's going to take us to Narian? No, Voli, that's it. We're currently on Narian. Alright. Okay. Let's go. I checked our inventory before. It shouldn't be any contraband. Sorry, just taking a quick drink here. Ah.
Is there a type of weapon?
Just goofing around. Alright, so I'm going to try to refuse the neuroamp. Besides, I mean, they have not had good luck on the previous people. Now it's not the same as Ryusian, it was Infinity LTD, but if I'm still the first person that's getting one of these, that doesn't seem terribly safe. I'm not going to put my life on the line like that. But let's see if the game even lets us.
Nice to catch you in the office.
We're wasting time. Vina needs that shipment.
Is that my beautiful shipment?
Yes.
You were right about this one, Masako.
Give shipment, hopefully all there and accounted for. Or give shipment, I always get the job done. Or give shipment, a lot of work for such a small amount of rothicite. Let's go with hopefully all there and accounted for.
Looks like it. This should be more than enough. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
What do you know about Ecliptic?
The mercenary group? Only that you mean business if you hire them. They're not known for subtlety, and don't care if they leave a trail of bodies in their wake. I take it they were at the station?
Ecliptic was there to roll out the red carpet for me when I landed. Or, if any hired Ecliptic mercenaries to obtain the shipment. Let's go with that. That's a little bit more relevant information to this lady, the CEO.
Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the rothicite. Were there any survivors?
Were there? I don't actually remember. You ask, but do you really care? Why were there no guards there? Why were these people unprotected? Let's go with, you ask, but do you really care?
Corporate culture may have its ugly side, but that doesn't mean we've lost our humanity. Our moves are strategic and precise, as you should know. The moment we justify the slaughter of innocents is when we go from competitive to criminal.
Okay, so she does have some morality in her decision-making. Why were there no guards there? Were these people unprotected?
Our station on Carinae 3A and Consolidated Mining's contract were both confidential. We had no reason to believe they'd be under any threat. Of course, we had no reason to believe we had a mole, either.
True. None, but I made sure Ecliptic paid in blood, or no one lived. Ecliptic killed them all. Or I'm not sure, I didn't stick around long enough to find out. We did actually kind of poke around, so I'm going to say none, but I made sure Ecliptic paid in blood.
Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic. Especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
If you knew all this, why am I even here?
Our technicians are thorough, but they aren't that thorough. Your ship docking there simply caught their attention is all. But on the off chance it was related to your assignment, they're currently combing through the clinic records as we speak.
Yes, Infinity Ltd. Has a private contract at the clinic for a secure wing, where I found records that Ecliptic had rerouted the shipment to the clinic for a Dr. Kendrick Lane. I think that the fact that that Infinity has an entire secret wing is probably something that she should know, so we'll go with that.
I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this secure wing?
Infinity Ltd. Was performing illegal human trials to perfect their internal neuroamp. Infinity was killing people trying to get their internal neuroamp to work. If I tell you, do you promise to make Infinity and Lucas Drexler pay? Who's a Lucas Drexler again? Oh, I think that's the CEO. How legit is the clinic? Why would they have a contract with Infinity? We'll go with questions first, of course.
The clinic serves all, but it can't be denied that they require credits to run. In most cases, the clinic is also the best choice for research. Not everyone has the resources to have decent medical facilities like us on site.
If I tell you, do you promise to make Infinity and Lucas Drexler pay?
They're going to pay, all right. But if you have something to add to their list of criminal activity, I'll be happy to use whatever fuel you can provide.
I would have changed that to be, I'd be happy to hear whatever you have to say to increase their tab or something like that. Anyway. So I want to avoid getting an internal neuroamp, so I'm going to say Infinity was killing people trying to get their internal neuroamp to work. That way, hopefully it conveys that internal neuroamps are dangerous, and I don't want one.
Human trials? Without even completing his product? Ugh, Lucas must be insane.
Completely.
Infinity appears to be on an entirely different level of corruption. It cannot be allowed to continue.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good.
When we storm their headquarters.
With the Rothas site secure, it's almost time for us to make our move.
All right, cool. All right. How long is it going to take Vina to complete the internal neuroamp? I don't even want to ask that because it implies that maybe I'm interested in it. All right, let's get started.
I'm waiting.
I'm reading, okay? Just cool your jets here. It's time to take Infinity and Lucas down once and for all. Infinity's research is dead in the water without the Rothas site. Well, you can get Rothas site elsewhere. It's about time. I'm ready to get this over with. So yeah, questions first. How long is it going to take for Vina to complete the internal neuroamp?
Not long, according to her. She and DeMarcus have everything prepped and ready. I believe it's just a matter of creating the alloy and molding it according to her design.
All right, it's about time. I'm ready to get this over with. That implies it's not clear there what this is in this case. So if this is getting the internal neuroamp, I don't want it. So I'm not going to say that one. If he's research is dead in the water without that Rothas site, I don't know if I really care. So it's time to take Infinity and Lucas down once and for all. I think that's the closest to what I want to say, so we'll go with that.
It certainly is. And it's also time to inform the rest of the board on the current situation. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
All right. things are moving along. What is this? Best product. Ryusion. Neat. All right.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
You don't want to any restricted areas.
Good. You're right on time.
Hey, mister.
I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
So this clears Imogen of wrongdoing. Good.
Well, I think she's clear of wrongdoing because she's absolutely clear. Does this mean we can bring Imogen back in? Or Ularu's a traitor, she's going to pay for this? Or, I knew Imogen was innocent. Let's go with the questions first. Does this mean that we can bring Imogen back in?
In due time. I'll be reaching out, but right now we need her to remain in hiding.
That's a good point. If we bring her back, Ularu is going to be tipped off that we believe her side of the story. I knew Imogen was innocent, or Ularu's a traitor. She's going to pay for this. I like Imogen, but I mean, we didn't know. We'll go with Ularu's a traitor. She's going to pay for this.
Indeed. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogen was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
I can understand the need for deception, but it does come at quite a cost.
What is Imogen gonna do in the meantime? Stay in hiding? With questions.
Imogen is a resourceful woman. I have no doubt she's in a safe house of her own design. In fact, she probably sees this as a paid vacation. My guess is she's lounging on a couch somewhere, binging all those movies she hasn't had time to watch.
Yeah, but with this on her mind, can she really enjoy them, you know? But Imogen is innocent. This doesn't seem fair. Masako's the CEO. She should just fire Ularu. Okay, so this here, it's a little bit basic. We should probably figure out what Ularu told about us, or at least try to find out before we fire her into the sun. Understood. I'd want solid proof that no one can question. Okay, pretend Imogen is the mole so Ularu doesn't get suspicious. Got it. Okay, so there's that.
You were saying?
I mean, there's multiple good answers in here, which is unusual for this game. Yeah, I think that this is a good answer, and this is a good answer. This is actually where I started, so we'll go with that.
Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
Wait, what? Ularu's failed you before. What makes you think that you can find something on this program? What if there's nothing incriminating on this program Ularu gives me? I'll make sure you get the program. We'll let Ularu take herself down. Whatever program Ularu gives me is yours. There's no way she frames Masako too. So this is really starting to get complicated. Because now they're going to want me to infiltrate Infinity too? Okay. Alright.
Wake up.
Ularu Lars fooled you before. What makes you think you can find something on this program?
If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, I certainly deserve to be fired.
Well...
Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking in the first place.
Well, I think you should probably lose your job anyway, because you are the guy who was the head of security when this mole opened up this huge security vulnerability. I mean, you're not that great at your job. If nothing's incriminating on this program, what if there's something incriminating on the program that Ularu gives me?
Then we'll have to find another way to build a case against Ularu. And it won't be easy.
Okay. I don't know about this. There's no way she frames Misako too. Like, that's kind of outside of our control. So I'm going to say, I'll make sure you get the program. We'll let Ularu take herself down.
I can't imagine a more satisfying ending. Now, let's attend a meeting.
Oh, the good old meeting room. Come in. Come in, please.
So much work to do.
Come in. I want to close the door. There we go. Alright, so I guess we sit here. This looks like an evil genius
We
lair.
called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
I was able to find and confront Imogen about the situation. Imogen has you all fooled. The security here is laughable. Or Imogen was trying to use her expertise to set up Ularu as the mole. Or, yes, Imogen confessed to working for Infinity Ltd. I wonder what happens if I don't lie here. Let's try that.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I agree.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
We can't blame Dalton for this. Or maybe someone should be keeping better tabs on their employees. Let's go with that.
I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
They were performing illegal human trials at the clinic. Or let's not forget, Infinity hired mercenaries that killed all personnel at CM Station RC1. Or when the public gets wind of what they're doing, they want Lucas Drexler's head. I kind of want to see how they react to the killed all personnel at CM Station RC1. So let's go with that.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
I am not. Hardly, but it's not like I have much of a choice. Or when it comes to pioneering technological advancement, you bet I'm ready. Or, I'm always ready to do whatever it takes. Once again, they give you the illusion of choice. There is no choice here. So I don't like any of these, but it looks like this is the most resistance I can put up. So I'm going to say hardly, but it's not like I have much of a choice.
You always have a choice. You just have to decide which set of consequences you prefer to live with. Vina will be waiting for you in the Neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
I do not like this.
Barden.
Ryujin has certainly taken time to craft an appearance for neuroamps are fascinating, are they not? I'm still surprised they have not been completely outlawed.
It's good to see you again. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Here's where I'd like to refuse. Are you actually qualified to perform an operation like this? We'll go with that.
Neurosurgery is my specialty. I've performed more operations than I can count on a wide variety of brains. So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Really, I could do this in my sleep.
What exactly does this internal neuroamp do?
The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential amplifiers. It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions.
Is the ability to influence someone like that even legal?
Technically, that remains to be seen. It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is neither you nor me.
I can see why the project is confidential, or an ability like that will nicely fit in my arsenal. Or, whoa, sounds like mind control to me. We'll go with that.
Hey, let's not get carried away there. That terminology is a bit heavy-handed. So, are you ready to get started?
We'll show reluctance. It's not like I have much of a choice.
Hey, we may not like the options, but we all have choices. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is
I don't
reassured.
trust these guys anymore. What sort of risks are involved here?
There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any adverse reaction to the anesthesia. First sign of trouble, we back out and start evaluating other candidates.
I'm sure everything is going to be okay, or right, because joking around before surgery is always reassuring. Or let's just get this over with. I've got a corporation to take down. What happens if we just exit here?
Stop by any time. We always have something interesting going on.
I have performed a cursory scan of your vital signs.
I wonder if we can... Yeah, I mean, it's not going to let us continue with this quest. This is terrible. You should be given more choices. There should be more branching on this. Let's try talking to this guy.
Watch your hands. Lots of delicate equipment around here. Watch your hands. Lots of delicate
You
equipment
appear
around here.
dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
What was I saying? Besides, I've got to make sure my
Oh, this is horrible. Yeah, I guess we don't really have a choice. We're just the only other option would be to abandon the quest line altogether and never see how it ends. So, I guess we got to do it.
Fine. I get it. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Well, it's
If
not
this
really a
has not all been
table.
a horrible miscalculation, then we will speak again soon.
This is a horrible miscalculation. I really don't want to do this, but
All right, let's get this party started.
not a fan of this development. This is gonna make me some kind of Manchurian candidate, isn't
look
it?
who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good?
I feel fine. Everything seems the same, or I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications. Or does this mean the procedure was a success?
Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. You were the ideal subject. Now, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects come creeping in later.
Yeah, I don't like this. This seems like it was a mistake. Alright. I feel fine. Everything seems to be the same.
That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
If the effect is temporary, how long will it last?
Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration.
There go my plans for a lifetime, or a lifelong minion. Okay. I don't feel like joking around. Your text seems like it could still use some work. Or understood. I guess we'll just go with that.
Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Isn't he one of your top employees? You'd really risk his life. Well, that's awfully brave considering what happened at the clinic. Or, I figured he'd already know how it feels. Or, alright, let's see what this internal neuroamp can do. So questions first, isn't he one of your top employees? Why would you risk his life?
Our preliminary testing was rigorous enough that there's little to no risk involved here. The biggest unknown was finding the perfect compatible alloy for the implant. We've had the tech itself working externally for quite some time.
Alright, I'm gonna go with awfully brave of him considering what happened at the clinic.
Please, we're not Infinity. We believe in due diligence when it comes to tech like this. But, just in case something does go wrong, we've got him locked up in the test chamber. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
I am not permitted to perform medical practices without human oversight.
I got bare feet on floor sounds. Oh my goodness, we are naked. Let's wait, what? So they're already equipped. Okay. Let's just try it.
I couldn't ask for a better boss than DeMarcus. He must be the smartest man in Neon.
Okay. Use manipulation on DeMarcus to find a way to open the door. Press F to open your scanner and target the person you want to manipulate. Press E to bring up your social skills and select manipulation. Once a person has been manipulated, select the object or person you want them to interact with. This sounds complicated. Okay, where is this guy? Oh, he's down there. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation are all social skills that you can activate while your scanner is up. Hover your cursor over the target and press E to bring up your social skills. Select the skill you want to use with the mouse scroll wheel. If you fail at a social skill, your target will be immune to all future social skill attempts. Alright, we'll give it a try. Is it working? Alright, I must have done something wrong. Maybe it's not the computer. Maybe I should be doing door? Door. Why? What is going on here? Oh, key card. This is really confusing. Move. Activate. Door? What is going on here? Yeah, go. Try that. What did you do? What the? Door? Door? Move over here? This is really annoying. Come on. Stupid game. The language for how to describe stuff in this is just terrible. Manipulation has failed. So that means all future manipulation attempts are gonna fail, right? Unlock. Can you please just do it? Holy crap. Okay, I'm never gonna use this ability.
The effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
I agree, this is terrible. Alright, let's talk to...
Oh my god, that was incredible.
No,
what was it like?
Wow.
Incredibly frustrating.
How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
Alright, let's talk to Vina. Come on. Come on.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
Felt extremely frustrating because the controls are terrible. Alright, if I suffer any side effects, do I get any compensation? Or, that was way too easy, this tech should be banned. Or, that's too easy, it's my new favorite toy. Or, I didn't feel anything... Wait, it didn't feel like anything at all to me. Let's, questions first. If I suffer any side effects, do I get any compensation?
Well, I'd leave that up for Alexis and Lyndon to decide. Compensation's not really my thing.
Alright, I think that we should probably try to get all this stuff banned, so let's float that idea. This was way too easy. The kind of tech that should be banned.
Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
Well,
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
Yeah, but it's mind slavery. I mean, it sounds awful. You didn't feel any violation at all?
Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for.
What about if you woke up and it was a few days later and you'd done a whole bunch of work? Or maybe you'd been assigned to assassinate somebody. Like, don't you see the problem here? Here we go. What if I used it to make you kill another person?
Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape.
Yeah, but how do you enforce it? If nobody knows you've got the neuroamp because it's inside your head, it's going to be trouble. I agree, this opens up a lot of possibilities, or I'd never be comfortable as somebody's puppet. I guess we shouldn't be working Ryujin then, but we'll go with that.
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you.
I don't like this.
It sounds like you have an
anymore.
assignment to complete. And DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Alright.
I'm on my 12th iteration of this design. I have a good feeling about this one.
Please stand back.
This just keeps going back and forth. It's like, talk to this person. Now talk to this person. Now can mind control this person.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
We'll make him wish he had never heard of Project Dominion. Or I'll make him pay with his life. Or whatever puts him behind bars, I'm ready. Or all I need is the details. We'll go with the first one.
And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have 2 options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
I'll figure it out when I get there. Or option A, anything to avoid dealing with people directly. Or option B, I love using the I love the chance to use my acting skills. Or would I really be attending a meeting? Or what are the various benefits of A versus option B? Let's ask about the meeting first.
Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor or R&D.
What are the benefits of option A and option B?
Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
Option A sounds like more fun. Option B seems like what they kind of want me to do. I don't really want to do option B, but it would show me more of the game. We'd have more dialogue. Oh, this is a tough one.
Well?
I'm thinking. Yeah, let's see more of the game. Let's go with option B.
Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Does seem very complicated. How far can I get with that identity that you're arranging for me?
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed in this business.
Alright, so I could say, not a problem, I can handle it. Or, that's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught. Or, this would go much faster if I was allowed to use a more direct approach. I mean, these are some pretty bad folks. I kind of feel like offering to assassinate them is probably not the worst.
Any mercenary or disgruntled worker can go shoot a place up. You're a Ryujin operative, so start acting like one. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd., all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
What about the people that know about it, like Lucas himself?
Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted as either aiding or being an accessory to these crimes. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine. But who's going to believe him?
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Wow, okay, so that's on top of everything else. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Okay. Where is the computer that I need to use this passcode on?
If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located in the maintenance area.
Okay.
It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access.
Who is left to deal with once the civilians are all gone? Who is left to deal with once the civilians are all gone? Okay, so security forces probably.
I'm told security has masks to handle the situation, so the guards will still be stationed in the building. It's also possible they'll activate their building's defense system as well. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still want to try and stay out of sight.
So Simon's still out there and on our side. Or good, the less people in the building, the better. I would agree with that. All right, I'll take it into consideration. I'm going to say good, the less, it should be fewer people in the building, the better, but still.
My thoughts exactly. We're also issuing you an operative suit.
Ooh.
It should help reduce their ability to detect you.
I do like
These
this.
suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Stealth, suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there. Or, I could have used that a long time ago. That is true. Or thanks. I'll be sure to put that suit to good use. Or, does this officially make me a senior ranked operative? Questions first.
Please, you're an exception. But we can talk promotion after you pull off this assignment.
All right, I'm going to go with the specialized response. Stealth, suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there.
That's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
What if David Barron doesn't believe the story?
It doesn't matter what he believes. David's first move will be to verify the information you provide. Once he receives confirmation, which he will, he'll see it as his duty to report the news.
I'm giving the Overseer program to David Barron?
Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once its primary function is complete. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity's crimes.
I'll make sure that David Barron at SSNN gets the slate, or I'd love to see the look on Lucas's face when the story is broadcast system-wide, or it'll be the corporate story of the decade. No, Ryujin's dominance will be the corporate story of the decade. Yeah, I'm going to say I'd love to see the look on Lucas's face when the story is broadcast system-wide.
You and me both. So, any final questions before you go?
I like the subtlety on her expressions. They did a really good job with her expressions in particular. And actually, Ularu's expressions are pretty good too. All right. How is the internal neuroamp going to come in handy here?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a key card, that means you have a key card. The possibilities here are really up to you.
Oh, this is going to be incredibly annoying. So we have to use the neuroamp to dominate people here, and it's like, that is a very weak system. Like, yeah, it does not work very well. So this might be an extremely tedious mission. How freely will I be able to move about Infinity Ltd. if I use a false identity?
You'll be restricted to the marketing floor. An appointment is not a free pass.
Could you go over my targets one more time? I do remember them, but we'll see what she says.
Pay attention. We're giving you a slate with a program that has to be run on Lucas Drexler and Faye Sengsavan's computers. You also need to steal their current prototype of the internal neuroamp kept on their R&D floor. Once you're done, you're bringing the slate to David Barron at SSNN, and you're returning here to me with the prototype.
And you forgot to mention the gas or whatever that I'm trying to release on the maintenance floor, but still. Okay, what kind of security am I looking at encountering in Infinity Ltd? It's probably Ecliptic, right? We know that they hire them.
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Alright, so what do we want to do? I should probably wrap up the episode. Whoa, she left. I should probably wrap up the episode here. Let's talk to Laura first.
Don't forget to have fun in there, Up.
Okay.
Get in there, and let's show Infinity what happens when they mess with Ryujin Industries. I'm very much looking forward to your return.
Why is she being so, pro-Ryujin here?
Get in there, and let's show Infinity what happens when they mess with Ryujin Industries.
Okay.
This will... With the internal neuroamp at your disposal, there's no excuse for sloppy work here.
You know what? Let's have that conversation in the next episode. I feel like this episode's getting kind of long, so we'll actually go and do that quest in the next episode as well. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.